Hello, Leo. Welcome to Spicy Sunflower Tarot. This is going to be your weekly reading in regard to your soul's true calling. If learning about your soul's true calling isn't tickling your fancy this week, I'll see you next week. But if you'd, like to stick around and figure out or find out if something speaks to you in this reading, I'm happy to have you here. Thank you always for your time and your attention. This will be a rather shorter reading, so if you've got a few minutes to spare, stick around for the sign of Leo. This is the Wild Reflections tarot cards. I picked these up off of Amazon, so if you're interested in these cards, check them out. For the sign of Leo, the first card out, what is their soul's true calling? The Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is an investigator. They're curious. They are a student of life, of situations, of people, places, and things. The Page of Swords is air energy, so it is about the mind, and it's about stimulation for the mind. So what is it that you find fascinating? What is it a person? And what is it about a particular place? Maybe it's Germany or someplace in Greece. It's what is calling to you, and your soul's true calling is to learn about that and become almost an expert of that topic. That is your soul's true calling. Let's find out the next card. How is Leo responding to their true calling now? Leo, how are you responding to this very avid learner, this student of a person, place, or thing, this investigator? Sometimes even, Leo, the Page of Swords can be called like a stalker because, and I like to think of somebody seated looking at their computer. They've got several tabs open because the person, place, or thing that they're interested in, they're going to find out about them. They're going to learn about them. I don't think stalker in the negative realm as far as like hiding outside of somebody's bushes. I don't think of it like that. I think of like a cat. Now let me put this back onto the cat category. As far as a Leo goes, they're a lion. They prowl, they hunt, they search out, and cats are silent and they hide and they are, hunting. And if you're interested in something in life, Leo, do you resonate with this? Do you resonate with this energy of being very, almost becoming fixated? Now, you are fixed fire. So if something strikes your match, your passion, your energy, I could see this being the case. But you tell me if this fits for you. Again, I'm sorry, I got distracted. How is Leo responding to their true calling now? How is Leo responding to this true calling? Okay, the Empress. Right now, you're responding to your true calling by, I'm going to say, being beautiful, being aesthetically pleasing, more along the lines. Definitely no gender in tarot, so it's not masculine, feminine, or not male, female, rather. Definitely masculine, feminine, because this is very feminine energy. And by feminine, it just means the softer side of things, the softer side of life. I'm going to even go so far as to say making things pretty. Yourself, your environment, your friend groups, your car, your kitchen, whatever it is that you're doing right now, your response to your soul's true calling is to make everything beautiful. So let's just say, for example, your soul's true calling is to investigate home building. You want to build your own home from scratch. You want to have everything, the plot of land, the home itself, and every piece and part of that home just right. And so how you're responding to this beautiful, true soul calling of yours is, I'm going to make however I can get that house to be, I'm going to make it extraordinarily beautiful. I'm going to be picking the tile and the colors and the decorations. Everything is going to be so beautiful. This is Venus energy, by the way. Empress is the major arcana attributed to the signs of Taurus and Libra. So it's ruled, those two signs are ruled by the planet Venus, and Venus is about beautification and, like I said, aesthetically pleasing. And because there's this mother figure here, it's the divine mother. So it is definitely, have you ever heard the phrase of, this house or home is missing a woman's touch? There you go. This is how you're responding to your passionate, true soul calling, is bringing a woman's touch into the setting or scene, male or female. I know several men that have a beautiful eye for decor, paint, color schemes, things like that. And so I think that is what you're doing, is you are making your world a more beautiful place to live in. That's how you're responding. The last one, how can you unblock what is stopping you from achieving your soul's true calling? How can you unblock? Let's ask. For the sign of Leo, the moon. Well, plain and simple, you can tune into your emotions. There is something deep within you. This is major arcana attributed to, I'm going to say, all the water signs. A lot of times they just say Cancer and Pisces, but I would throw Scorpio in there in a heartbeat because it's water. This is the moon. The moon rules Cancer. So that's why they say it definitely is a Cancer card, the sign of Cancer. But it is evolutionary. It is mysterious. It is deep. It is emotional depth. And it's the things that we don't know just yet because they're so deep within us that they've not been unearthed and brought out to the surface. The moon energy is what you are needing to unblock in order to have your true soul calling. Unblock your stuffing of emotions. So if you've noticed yourself, you're fire, you're comfortable in passionate, driven energy. Where you probably could be a little more uncomfortable is when we're talking emotion. I don't want to talk about my deep feelings, but that's how you're going to unblock yourself. I'm going to do some clarification with the Soha Mystic tarot cards. So let's jump into that. One quick shuffle here. For the sign of Leo, why is the Page of Swords what their soul's true calling is? That investigator, that very interested individual. Three of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. Your soul's true calling is the investigator, and you move very slow and very calculated with that goal, with your ability to tap into your person's places or things, to look into them. And you're always doing that with that futuristic mindset. It's things that you're interested in, but it's because they're things that you want to bring into your now, but they're always in the future. They're always things that you are standing on the horizon and you're looking out towards the skyline, and you're trying to draw these things towards you because you're looking into them, you're learning about them, and you're moving very slowly. You don't rush into things, is what I'm really trying to get at. Even though you're fire and you could probably create, a trail in front of you of straight fire, I think that you are your soul's true calling being the investigative type, looking into things. You do that very slowly, very methodically, very calculated. What about the Empress as how a Leo responds to their true calling right now? You know, always giving birth to something new, always dreaming up ways to make situations more beautiful and more pleasing to the eye or to the emotions. 10 of Swords and the Knight of Swords. So now there's two knights. Let me just put this here. So the Empress is here as far as how you respond to your true calling, and the 10 of Swords and the Knight of Swords clarifying that the way that you operate is to make everything beautiful. And this 10 of Swords comes from a very painful energy of you've experienced pain before, you've dealt with losing things before, you've dealt with, I'm going to even go so far as to say, things being ugly and things being lost, and you felt some sense of betrayal about your feminine energy and your ability to make things more beautiful. You felt stabbed in the back and like people didn't respect your ways of thinking or going about things. And so when you do set out to make things more beautiful, you do it in this very mindfully oriented, you take action and you move towards that, let's just say, color scheme or the color of our rugs or the colors of our floor. You do that with a very calculated mind. I still think, yeah, you're not rushing into things, but you definitely don't sit on your, haunches and waste time. What about the Moon? As far as that's how Leo can unblock. What is stopping them from achieving their soul's true calling? And I said, I feel that is about you speaking your mind, getting in touch with your emotions, not hiding your feelings. 7 of Swords, don't self-sabotage. Unblocking, and the King of Swords, and speak your truth. So the Moon energy, how you can unblock, how you're not staying in touch with your true calling is hiding your emotions. Don't do that, because that is a form of self-sabotage. And what you need to do is air energy, get in your mind, discover your truth, allow yourself to speak and act from your truth. The King of Swords is facts over feelings, taking actions, using their boundaries, and calling for respect by the sheer nature of who they are, but ultimately carrying that beautiful sword, which is not only defensive but offensive if need be. And I will speak my truth, and I will let everybody know I am not going to hide from my feelings anymore. I'm going to speak my truth because I am a learner. I'm a student. I learn about things and I'm passionate about things, but I am also going to set about to making my world more beautiful wherever it is that I'm at, in my car, in my office, at my home. And I'm going to do that very carefully and clearly because I have been hurt before, but I am not going to self-sabotage by stuffing my emotions down. And secrets make you sick. So you're going to pull your secrets up and you're going to speak your truth from a healed, savvy place. Let's get a Moonology card for you, Leo. Moonology, all of the different phases of the moon, but there's these beautiful little messages that are tagged onto them as well. The gibbous moon. You're very close to achieving your goal, Leo. This is your energy. Please remember that I'm on TikTok and I'm on YouTube, Spicy Sunflower Tarot. Your likes, your follows, your subscribes, and your shares, all very welcome, and I appreciate it. Comments are always welcome as well. Thank you very much. Be blessed and be well.